Gonna make him block. Making it look block. Okay. Well, I can't seem to get anything done today without disruption. That was metal. There's metal in there. Just shredded my chain. It's acting like I'm hitting metal, but I don't see any damage to the chain yet. So now I guess I got to cut this piece off. This is what happens with yard trees. You get metal in them. Oh yeah, there's a shot tooth. Wow. Bunch of metal in that one. Looks like good wood though. Oh, so, non-stop fun and adventure here, guys. Yeah, well, you saw it here first, folks. Sharpen that blade. First off, it's not a blade, it's a chain. And it was sharp until I hit that. Now it's not cutting at all. So I gotta try to pry this out. I really want this piece of wood. That's the whole thing here. I could really use this piece of wood. There's probably more metal down through here. Most likely. But we gotta do some damage control now. Gotta do some fixing. Completely just jacked my chain. I'll show you here, you can see it now. Yeah, you think that's gonna cut? That's a semi-healthy tooth. Look at how bent they are. That's a kind of a normal tooth. Not. See the difference? You see why it's not cutting now, bud? Yeah, sharpen that blade. That's not the problem. We just totally destroyed the chain on a piece of metal. Yeah, so now I get to get the old grinder machine out, which I know that you all hate to see, but I like it because it works quick. It does the job that I need it to do. And it gets the teeth back in cutting order. Maybe we'll just come over here to Tiki Face. Because that used to be my stand, but that's kind of shot now. We'll probably just do it right here. It's easy enough. And sharpen that blade. Everybody's got to tell you what to do or how to do it. You're doing it wrong. If you go on YouTube and do it and show anybody anything, you're doing it all wrong right away. It was cutting good. Go back to the beginning. Hit the little, put your fat finger on the little line there and scroll back to when I started. It was cutting pretty good. Get a job. It's Sunday, dummy. I have a job. Big brain. I don't know. See, people are just here to be rude and obnoxious. Say dumb things. It's dumb. Say dumb things day. Sunday. I know you're all agitated and worried about life. I know life's tough for you guys because you work at Walmart as a greeter. door greeters at Walmart. This is one of those guys too. He's gonna say, "What? Why are you insulting people?" Like, you come to my channel and start insulting me, telling me I'm doing everything wrong. You're not happy with anything. I guess that's all I'm here for today. So even if you say hi in the comments, I'm probably not even going to respond, because it seems I'm getting nothing but a bunch of rude people watching my channel today. Sorry that you guys are unhappy with everything around you. Personally, I don't choose to be that way. Go home, there's a good one. Do something. Do something. Work. Like, it seems like we got a bunch of children watching the channel today. I don't know. Are you all like okay? Did somebody hurt you? Get a job. I'm bored. Sharpen that blade. Well, sorry to be the bearer of bad news and say things that only make you upset with life, but it's not called a blade, it's a chain. The cutter things on the chain are called chisels. I don't know, you can look it up. I don't think anywhere in a factory manufacturer's manual does it refer to a chain as a blade. People telling me to get a job because I'm out here on a Sunday. I don't know, it just seems like you gotta post a rude, stupid comment because you got nothing better. You're telling me to get a job, but you're watching me work. You're sitting there doing nothing. Last live feed I was doing today, guy came on there just throwing negative after negative after negative. Eventually, I got bored with it and just booted him from the chat. That's easy to do. You can just send people out. Act like a child and treat you like a child. So is there anybody here today worth actually chatting with, like looking at the chat and, oh yeah, hey, maybe, you know, maybe somebody cool will drop by, say hi? Or is this just the cat call audience, the tomato throwers? Get off the stage. Oh, I'm sorry, I just showed up on your YouTube, on your feed. Yeah, I'm invading your privacy, I forgot. If you don't like a channel, don't click on it. Man, awful lot of worked up and rude comments today. I don't get it. It's supposed to be a frickin' national holiday. Y'all got what? Y'all get tomorrow off, or y'all got Friday off, paid holiday. But you got to come to people's YouTube channels because you got nothing better to do. You don't have any ambition in your life, so you got to come and insult other people. It's supposed to be relaxed time. I don't know why people become the opposite. I don't like holidays for that reason. Everybody gets all agitated and uptight. And you're all sitting there having a good time with family, but then you're going to somebody's YouTube channel never seen before. Alright, I think I got those cleaned out good. These get full of sawdust all the time. I gotta always clean them out. Sorry you had to see that. Sorry you gotta see the real side of things. Sharpen that blade. Yes, okay, it's a blade. According to you. They're going to get mad. They're going to go on Facebook. I've actually had people threaten my life on Facebook because they called it a blade, and I explained, no, it's not a blade, it's a chain. It carries a set of cutters. These are called cutters or teeth. They're not called blades. They're called chisels. That's why a chain is labeled full chisel, semi-chisel. It's right in the manuals. It's a chisel, not a blade. Well, the chisel, they're going to argue, well, the chisel has a blade, so you're being an idiot. That's fine. Chisels don't actually have a blade. They have a tip. Or a chamfer. But, split hairs arguing with you guys because you know everything. I'm not going to do it. I don't have time because I have that thing called a job. This is what I do for recreation. You're killing that chain. Oh my God, you idiot. Well, it needs to be ground. It's my chain, not yours. Well, you're bad because you're showing people the wrong way to do things. Okay. All right. Fine. Find more positive things to say in the world. Can you be more positive? Or could you be any more positive than you are? Sharpen that blade. You're a moron. You're a dumbass because you hit a nail inside of the log. You should have known it was there. You know, like, okay. You're right. Now, I might only, let's not focus on those guys. They're annoying, we all know. I just don't know, do you guys go around in public being this way, like antagonistic and nasty to people? That make your day to go around and just be that way all the time? I used to work with guys like that. But then you'd start to ignore them, and then they'd get all pissy pants because you're ignoring them. You're just being an asshole. No, you're not saying anything. Say something, damn it. I'm done. I'm done reacting to you. You're going to sit there and cry. And you hear them on construction sites. They're always the mouthy guys that never get anything done, and they think they're the superstars of the entire job site. You might have a brick line going and have 5 or 6 guys on the brick line where you're going to have the one guy who's the mouthiest. And He doesn't know anything. He wants to be a journeyman, but he can't set a line or run a brick line without having his hand held and being looked over. He just learned how to stack bricks. Now he thinks he's going to run the entire job. It's $1 million job. Gotta love it. I have plenty of job. Moving on. Ignore the haters. I'm getting paid to put up with you. The only reason I keep making these videos. On the positive note, I will say, on the positive note, 4,700 subscribers. That's a lot of people to me. That's a good crowd. Thanks, guys. Everybody who has subscribed and followed. I want to apologize to you guys for not making the best content all the time or lately. I have to stop letting things get to me and just focus on good stuff. Like I'm doing now. I hit a nail, wrecked my chain. Now I'm fixing the chain and I'm gonna move on. Life is that way. The internet's that way. YouTube's that way. Those guys making those comments don't mean anything to me. They're the same as this nail. They're just trying to get in the way. They're just trying to, the nail was put there years ago. It had a use at one point to somebody. But now all it is to me is a historical artifact. That's still got a little bit of a chip in it. What? Who needs fingers? What are you talking about? All these comments, I don't get it. See, there's a clean tooth. Now watch. There's an okay tooth. Bam, there's a damaged tooth. Hold on. I want to get pictures of this. Who needs fingers? What are you guys? I don't have any clue what you guys are talking about. I got all my fingers. This has nothing to do with fingers. What? That's gonna chop my finger off? It's a little warm if I hold my finger there. It'll abrade it. It'll give me a burn that I won't like having. When I go to reach for my car keys and I got a big old burn on my finger because I held it on there to show you that it doesn't cut your finger off, I'm gonna be regretting that for a week or two. Who needs fingers? I don't know what you're talking about. So, people hate grinders. People hate on them all the time. But you see now, I'm going to take that one back a little more. You see how quick I just did that? Knocked the chain back into shape. I could literally just go and cut now in the shape that's in, but I'm gonna file it. And because we're hitting stuff today, because we're hitting metal in the wood today, I'm not even going to mess with the right side teeth. I'm not even going to try straightening them. They don't need it. Once the chain gets whooped by this, once it gets hit like that, once you hit metal with a chain, it's all over for that chain. That chain now has to be completely gone through both sides. But like I said, since we're just hitting metal today, that's all we're doing. That's our job. That's what we're working on. Just banging into metal. I'm trying to get a sharp file. Banging into metal. Quarter to 3/8 pickup. I know it's wrong, but we're ripping. Yeah, that cuts it. That'll cut it quick. So yeah, I do hand file too. My chains are sharper than yours. I can guarantee you that. I've been doing this long enough to know. Just saying, guys. I wouldn't be so quick to judge and criticize everybody for what they do. I do what works for me. You guys do. I leave it pretty open for people to learn from and decide. You can take it or leave it as you want. My job is just to get things done. Like when I have a saw that gets damaged, my job is my goal in mind is not to do everything according to factory spec. My goal is to just get it back up and going. You don't make money with the hood up. So I'm just trying to clean them and round them out more, give them more gullet. Well, at least we got one commenter here who seems like he's cool. Maybe making jokes. I don't understand what they are, but that's cool. You can sit and joke all you want. Just don't be so rude. Some people are rude. I'm not saying, John, I'm not saying you're rude at all. It's these other guys who are like, get a job, you're a bum, you loser, get out of here. It's like, wait, you came to my channel, you came to my video to insult me. I didn't ask you here. Like I said, I got better things to do really than make YouTube videos all the time to get heckled. I'm only still doing it because there's a tiny bit of pay involved. I only do, if you notice, I don't, oh, that tooth is bent. The whole tooth is folded down, so that's going to affect the way she cuts. I hit it hard. I hit it nice and hard. Nailed that nail pretty good. Freaking wallop my tooth. Now this chain is shot. That tooth is gone. That's going to disrupt everything. I'm trying to keep, when I'm hand filing, I'm using the back of this If I hit the back of that, or if I hit here, I know I'm at the wrong angle. I'm sight lining down across the tip of the tooth to stay behind that as much as possible. It's not perfect, doesn't have to be perfect. Goal here is not to change this angle that this made. A machined angle is always going to be better than a hand angle. In my book, I'm not some you guys want to see some magician, some magical skills? That's not me. I don't have that in my curriculum, repertoire, whatever you call it. We're just fixing. We're trying to get back milling. That's what I was doing. That's what I want to stay focused on. Again, I'm probably going to hit another nail. Most likely I could. So I'm not being real picky here. Chain's wrecked anyway. I showed you there's a tooth that the whole inside of it's bent down. The tooth, maybe 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4 or 5. Because I hit it once and then I went back in. I was like, oh, keep going. Maybe I broke. Oh, no, I didn't break it. That was my fault. Should have stopped when I hit the one. First time it hit, first time, bang, you feel that? That's when you stop. I didn't stop. I thought I cut through it. I'm going to just leave all this out. Sorry, my voice is a little bit. So I'm going to just leave all that out. Put the saw back together. And go back to cutting. Sharpen the blade. The blade is dull. You're dull. I think you're dull. You're a dense rock. Oh, you just bent and ruined your bar. What a moron this guy is. Jesus, guy's doing everything. Look at this guy. Come on. I want people to get mad. I want to see he doesn't know anything he's doing. This guy's a real moron. Oh my God, I can't believe he did that to his own saw right in front of us. Oh my God, I can't believe he did that. Right in front of a live audience. Oh my God, you forgot the chain cleaner. Oh my God, this guy, he doesn't even know how to put a blade back on a chainsaw. He's got to use a wimpy air gun to put a blade back on a chainsaw. Okay, we're gonna save that for later because we don't need it right now. All right, so we're good there. Tension's good. Just rolled it. You just got to roll it enough. Make sure that's not hanging up. I do this every day. Get a job. Right. Because you don't have a job, you're telling me to get a job. I don't know what these comments, what's the point? Is it just to get somebody to reply and say stuff back? Because most of the time I don't at all. And I know it frustrates you guys who are making those comments to try to get a reaction. Most of the time, I'm one of those, I don't react. I look at it and I go, okay. All right, well, it's going to be that kind of room. It's like you're walking into a bar and it's a bunch of people who all knows each other and nobody wants you there. So, all right, if I'm not wanted there, I'm gonna leave, go off and do my own thing. I don't need you guys just as much as you don't want me there. All right, so now, luckily, for my sake, I got my little work table hooked up here. So we can go back to, I better get some pliers. Try to get that nail out. That might help. Yeah, gotta get more tools. Don't have enough tools. Don't have enough tools over there. Gotta grab the saw, grab the drill. Got the hammer. Got the pliers. We're trying to get this piece cut just so we got a little bit of... These are just blocks for my carvings for inventory. In case anybody's wondering, what's all that for? This is so that I can have nice carvable wood in my shop for making little bears and things with. Right now we're out of inventory, or we're out of decent wood for blocks. The last live feed that I did, crickets agree. Yeah, I'm boring to watch, aren't I? I'm just working on getting blocks so that I have plenty of dry wood for inventory that's easy to carve wood. So it's dry and ready to go when I need it. I don't have to wait. Oh, it broke, so there's still metal in that. That's gonna... Yep, I'm gonna damage another chain somewhere down the line. I don't know if we got a nail or if we got barbed wire fence. Not only is it a saw killer, but it's also a tire poker. I just chucked it over in the scrap pile. Hopefully where nobody ever drives their car. And we're gonna see now if I can finish cutting this without any more interruptions. nice piece of wood, I'll get good carvings out of it. You see how rough it's cutting now with that bent tooth. It's cutting very rough now. It's leaving these huge marks and it's dancing all over. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want square because square pieces are easy to store. They're easier to put in the shop. When you got square stuff, you can stack them up. You can put piles of them on the shop floor. You can have a stack of them there, and they don't get in the way. And no matter which direction, these screws are beat. No matter which direction the square piece lays, it's always going to be flat. Stand them up, you got something to put stuff on. If you lay them down on their side, you still have stuff to put stuff on. That's kind of what I'm going for. That's what I like in my shop. That's what works for me. You guys do what you want to do. Like I said, I don't even need the YouTube thing. I only do it because people will watch. And I guess if it's coming to an atmosphere of people just watching to criticize all the time, then that's my choice to whether I want to put up with that anymore. It's like having a job. I'm going to go 9.5. It's like having a job being the guy in the dunk tank at a carnival. You're just there for people to make fun of and throw their balls at. It seems like you guys are afraid of life. And I'm not saying everybody, but it seems like the people that are making all these comments, constantly making all this noise, like you're afraid, they're afraid of life. They're afraid of getting out and trying to do anything. They see a situation where they can come in and literally throw their balls up on the table, you know, and yeah, hey, let's compare the size of our dicks. You guys remember that? I was going down the road there and I saw that sign that said no dictators or no dictators. Did anybody ever figure it out what they're trying to say? They literally spelled it taters, Taters. It was no dictators, like mashed potatoes or fries, gravy. No dicks, taters. They're no taters, dick. nails. Good. Yeah, it's cutting really rough because of that bent tooth. Because I hit a nail, or hit a piece of metal stuck in the wood. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. You probably didn't. Nobody ever sees anything, but everybody's got something to say about everything, but they don't even know what's going on. Sharpen that blade. Sure, after I went from one dirty log to the next, I'll sit and do what you tell me because it's working fine for me, but you're not happy with what you're seeing. Come on, screw. I need to find more long screws because my screws are wearing out. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Can anybody ever just come to somebody else's channel and not be a complete heckler? I don't understand. What do you guys get out of it? It sounds like you're not satisfied with your life and you got to go somewhere else and give other people a hard time for what they're trying to do in life. Just be miserable. You like being miserable all the time and demanding and unhappy with everything? It's not the best wood. You're still, I mean, I stupidly left it sitting out here way too long. It's got signs of decay. These colors mean that the wood is rotting. It's starting to fall apart. You see what those colors are from? It's from those. I take this out. Now I can block this up. I'm not going to worry about this here because that'll go away when I carve it. I just want block material in the shop. So it starts drying and setting up and being ready to go. I want to finish that block. That's a good clean block so far. Most of it. It's got a big run in it. I may take it back one more level. What? I wasn't talking about you, John. Quit being such a baby. John's just here to feel sorry for himself. Everybody. Oh, John, we're sorry, John. We're sorry that you're upset. you need a hug, John. Well, sorry to tell you. We don't do that here. I think I might just slice this guy, or just hack this guy up, chunk him. Ouch. Why did John say ouch? Because I was talking about somebody else giving me a hard time. John's here. I don't know what John's here for. Hi, John. Are you having a bad day? Okay, so if you're not having a bad day, I only complain. I wasn't talking about you, dude. I was talking about other people. Sharpen that blade. You're dumb. So I think I might rip this one out just so it's less less crap to manage. I don't like having a bunch of junk to manage and deal with and move around all the time. What's funny about this live, doing these lives, is I got to sit here and chitter chatter with a bunch of office workers, a bunch of people sitting there dictating. No dictators. No dictators. That's what that sign said. It said it don't want no dictators. It said no dictator. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this because there's blue stain there. Pretty good wood though. If I get rid of the core, one more level, I think I'm gonna be in some pretty decent stuff. And I don't need this size for what I'm using it for. I don't need all that. Oh, are you guys upset because I was out of screen? John, what's up, buddy? John Broadbent. Is that your... I don't know, did I say the name right? John is cool. This John, who's here right now. I talked to this guy. He's actually really cool, everybody. Say hi to John B. I don't know who the other John is. He sounds like that other John sounds like he's he could go one way or the other. He could well, got it. John Broadbent's here. Hi. Hi, John Broadbent. Yes. This guy is he's a good guy. He goes from the channel. He's never a jerk on here. He never gets upset over stuff. That's good. That's what we need. I don't know you or your family. I don't want your family issues on my channel. Not saying that in particular to anybody, but I don't come here to be talked down to. I actually come here to kind of get away from stuff. Oh, this guy, we're gonna cut this one funny, like a left-handed cigarette. It's gonna go 9 to 11. It's gonna be a tapered pillar, tapered column, because the good wood, there's a little bit of bad here, but I don't want to lose all the good behind it. So yeah, you've only been carving a little, John. Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm just getting in the swing of things for the fall. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, other lives I was doing. I'm on this job, this stone job that I've been on forever, and it seems like every time that I'm like, well, I'm almost done, I'm about out of here, I'm about ready to go, it's like the customer, he won't let me go. He doesn't want me leaving. Well, can we do this too, and can we do it? And I'm like, oh, I guess, but my shop is suffering, and I kind of need the extra income that I get from sales. I haven't had it. I haven't had any time for it. Now I'm trying to get, this is my Sunday afternoons are here, as much as possible. And like I said, I do another whole other business, whole other end of my business where I make money, and I can make it in an instant every day. So whether it's a little or a lot, I know I'm getting paid for that time. Well, I just banged my knee. I'm not getting paid for this time that I put here. I'm not getting paid for any of this until my stuff sells. So that's the hard part of this, is you're going from, even if I'm not making a lot of money at the other business, I am making money there. Or at the other businesses that I work for, should I say, the other companies. I do make money there. That's the whole difference between here and there. Do I enjoy this more? Yes, I do. Is it more stress involved? Well, there's more stress once I leave here and I'm out doing the work, chasing dollars. That's the stress, because I'm like, oh, all that time I spent at the shop and I'm still not selling anything. I got to get things going there. So there is stress here. Kind of a healthy stress, though. It's like a time management, life pursuit stress. fuel. Be back. Did you write? Oh my God, what did you write? Somebody just wrote a lot of stuff. Is this the guy who was telling Bible stories last week on my live feed? Is that who just wrote? I just see, when I see like more than a little few words or something, I'm like, oh, we got something going on here. It's either somebody that I want to hear from who's got a story to tell or something cool to say, or it's just like some outlandish, like the guy last week started telling Bible stories, and they were talking like making it like talking about rabbits, like all this weird rabbits and bugs and butterflies. I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. Do you guys just go on there hoping people will click on your sign-in name? Do you guys go to other people's live feeds to try to get views? I mean, that's one way to do it. Can't say I haven't done that in the past, like go to a popular channel that I follow and like watching. Oh, it's John B. Okay. So, yeah, for Christmas as well, working my day job. Right. Thanks, man. It's all right. It's all right, John B. It's part of the life. I like making all of my carving wood into blocks first. I just found I don't have to worry about it at that point. Once it's in block form, I put it in the barn or I put it under my truck cap to dry. Truck cap's up on a pile of logs. Got space in the middle with runners. I put it under there. It's good carvable wood. I never have to worry about too much cracking. I dropped a log on it earlier today. The handle's acting funny. I don't know if I did or not, because I didn't see it exactly as it happened, but you know, I'm just moving logs around. Well, hello from Brazil. God bless you. God bless you too from Brazil. I appreciate it. That's cool. You know, that's good vibes. That's good positive stuff. That's all we look for out here anymore. That's all that we all need in life, I think. Let's be positive. Let's be happy with what we got. Don't look at, I don't need a sawmill. There's a mill right down there. I do need a sawmill, but I can't afford one. Yes, John B. Nice to see you again, buddy. Thanks for dropping in. I don't know if you're going to bounce soon or not. But yeah, in the live feed, I'm just chilling out on a Sunday. I'm getting this stuff done. This is barn duties. This is like feeding the cows, turning the beds. That's all got to be done. I don't know if you saw my other live feed earlier today. I was moving logs, whatever. I quit that live feed because it seemed like the audience was just not happy with anything I was doing. So yeah, I don't really get a lot of time. Ow, ow, ow. That just fell and really cranked my ankle. That was not fun. That hurt. Nothing broken though. I can still walk on it. Because I was trying to save my saw. Let that sucker roll right off there, right onto me. It's not light. But I don't get a lot of time out here to do these things. We've got a lot of somewhat usable wood. I usually leave them in this. The cutoffs I leave thick like that. So that if I need them for something else, blocking, cribbing for something, ramps for a car, anything, I can use that. I got the material there. It's cut. It's plenty of size to put something heavy on. So this guy's ready to go in the barn. I might take another layer off here. I'm not sure. Not quite sure exactly what I want to do with it yet. I wanted to get it cut so that I could move it at some point. If I cut it here, then I'm going to have... It's actually wide enough this way. If I cut it down the middle, then I might get two nice blocks for inventory, and I think that's what I'm going to do with it at some point. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of cutting. I do need a sawmill, but we all can't afford everything that we want in life, you know. Unfortunately, yes, I have a YouTube channel. I'm not making any money at it. Where is that other screw? There's another screw in here somewhere. I thought maybe not. I can always be wrong, guys. I lost the screw. There's a screw in here somewhere. On the other end, there was 3. We had 3 screws. Oh, it's right there. I couldn't find it because it wasn't indented into the wood. It wasn't hiding on me. It was right flat with the surface of the wood covered in sawdust, so I couldn't see it at all. So, what I may do here, these things are so touchy, they just don't want to stay where they need to. So I could cut it here, and it'd have about enough material for all of my inventory, all my smaller bear carvings. I'd have double of what I need. Because there's 13, if I cut 13, half of 13, there's 15. So that's 2 7s. That's barely enough. Barely bears. So I probably, where the split, I'll probably cut it here, save that block as it is. That's 14, there's your 7 and 7, and that's all you really need for those little bears. You only need 7, front to back or side to side. You can make a 7-inch wide piece and still have it be a decent size for a $50 to $100 carving. And the more of those I can make, the better, because they go quick. They're easy and fast to make, and they sell well, and people buy it. People like them. That's my biggest seller. Is nothing special. It's something that everybody does, but I don't know if other people who do these small bears are doing it. I'm trying to do a factory where I got a production thing going. This one, there's some good wood here in this piece. I'm probably just going to chunk that one, the first one that I was ripping on. He was ripping on it, man. Like a commenter on YouTube, he was ripping right on it. No, I don't need that for this. I'm making blocks for carving. Let me show you. Come on. Guy. I took you in the shop already. Cicadas. I found one. I seen one so far this year, and he was already squished. He had done his job, died, and people stepped on him. I picked him up, saved him. This is what we're doing, okay? Sorry to yell. We got air compressor going. This is what we're doing with them blocks. See the blocks? See the blocks? See the blocks? Look, they're the same size as these guys. Okay? These guys. This is the main seller. I need inventory. I need a lot of it. I need stuff to sell. Otherwise, I'm not paying for the rent here. Well, I'm paying the rent, but I'm not covering. But see, you get those and you take those out, you still got all this off the front to work with. That would be the bear's back. Easy enough, right? And you see how I sectioned, same thing out there with those other long pieces. That's all I'm milling for. I'm not milling to make perfect wood. I know you got this impression in your head. He's not doing it like most people on YouTube do. He's doing it wrong. Well, these are flower holder bears. I put a bunch of flowers in their hands here. These are non-flower bears. Those are my two sellers. Got to have a lot of it to sell. I got birds, I got tikis, I got wolves, I got skulls. Got happy laughing tikis, right? I got medals from events I was in. I got roosters, and right now I'm getting bears. Roosters and bears are my main sellers, okay? None of this other stuff really sells well, but I have it. It does sell sometimes. There's a green man face. Okay, I've been doing this a while. There's a face hiding back there. There's a chicken. There's a crow, raven. There's kind of a tiki face thing, looking cool, looking stand for something. There's a bear guy. Okay. I got this laid out. I sell these. I sell the crap out of these. You see, I got some nice woodworking skills here. I know what I'm doing. Nice and smooth. How much do you think I give for these? I get good money for these. No, Eagle. Come on, dude. Relax, will you? No, Eagle, question mark. You don't think I got an eagle here? You gotta relax, bro. I can't have everything that everybody wants all the time, but yes, we have an eagle for somebody who ordered an eagle, but I can't have... I'm just supposed to know what you want. Is that like... Me as a carver, there's a hummingbird I broke the wing on, I gotta fix. I got enough stuff. Eagles don't sell that well. Unless you're in the right place. I do make benches. Kind of like these slab wood things, but dude, I got enough business selling roosters. That's an order. Years ago, somebody ordered it. I do logos. I don't need to have stuff that people might want, and come by and be like, you got a moose riding an elephant? No. I got what I know sells. That's all I got. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff over here, right? I got owls, bears. There's a bear. Holding the sign, it's going to be a welcome sign. There's a thing that's just carving. I work on the kids. Guys' kids come and sit on it. The guy who owns the place. Look, you guys are impatient. Okay, you got to relax on this. No eagle, no giraffe driving a car with an elephant, balancing on a ball in the back seat. Look. I'm a little busy to do everything that everybody wants, and I'm not a mind reader. You see how big this is? I make big bears. Dude, I do what sells here. I could do a Canada moose, but I'm not one of those carvers. I don't have all the... I told you guys, and I keep telling you guys this. You got your impression and idea of how we run our business. It doesn't matter if I have 1,000 different carvings and I think that I have enough inventory for a show. I'll go to that show and people will come up and they'll see that I don't have something. And they'll either say, do you have this? I say, no, I only have what's here. Do you know how to make? Dude, I can make anything. You see what I got? You can carve anything. Carving's not the hard part. But see, I've got enough of these little dingy bears here, the hanging bears. Dude, if I can be backed up on these all year, you know how many people want these right now because they saw this one? They saw a picture that I posted either on the Facebook or the Instagram. I put a picture somewhere, all kinds of messages. Just that bear. Oh, I really want one of those. Oh, how long before I can get one of those? Oh, how much? Well, yeah, if I'm getting like $200 a piece for those, why would I mean, those aren't that hard to make. They're cool. Why would I want to look anywhere else? Right? I mean, let's be serious now. The stump jobs. I don't do stump jobs. I absolutely refuse stump jobs. 90% of the time I hate them, and you know why? Because stumps will rot really quick. These people want this carving done. It's extremely difficult to work on a stationary piece of wood that you can't move around and manipulate. It's really hard to work on that piece of wood. It's not safe, for one. Stumps, you can't move the wood. The wood is not forgiving. You don't have the same grace as you do with a freestanding carving. And I know everybody says the same thing. Oh, there's good money in stump jobs. No, there's not. That's the truth. Trust me. I've been doing this over 20 years. I did stump jobs. These bears, I can make more off of one of these 4-foot, 3-foot bears holding a welcome sign than I can off of most stump jobs. I make more, I make more off of these little silly hanging bears than I do off of a stump job. I make more delivering pizzas than I do off a stump job. I mean, it's not that I haven't tried. Everybody gives me ideas. Everybody wants to have ideas. That's fine. But short what? Short question mark? I'm short. Yeah. I mean, everybody's got ideas. That's all fine and dandy. The thing is, I've been in this business a very long time. I know what works and I know what doesn't. The only thing I got to do is get done what I know will sell. Time tested. Those little bears, $60 to $100, $125. I sold them for $150 before. Those are time tested and proven. Those always sell. Everywhere I go, I never can keep up on them. Okay, so I could have 500 of those things done and I'd be out. I would be out. I would not be able to keep up. I would sell them. You got to understand something. I'd be cleaned out on those 500 because of the time that it took me to do 500 of them. I didn't do anything else. So then I'd have to sell them. I'd have to push them hard. See, if I got 5 of those, They sell as soon as I put them up. As soon as I bring them somewhere and put them on the table at an event or anything like that, they're gone. Like literally, I had this. Okay, so I was at this fair. I don't know if you guys saw the videos or live feeds from that fair, but all that I did the whole time I was at that fair was little bears, and it was constant. It was a nonstop crunch, like inventory. Hold on, I'm trying to get my camera set up. John, you're not making any sense. Not the other John. This one John. I don't know who you are, where you're from, but you're funny, dude. You're a funny guy. Part mushroom. Must be part mushroom. He's a fun guy. Haha, yeah, I'll know that joke from school. Dad jokes. I can't get this stupid. Anywhere I go to put this clip, it will not sit. I'm just trying to clip it and hook up my camera so I can have my hands free while I sit and talk to you guys at the close of my video here. No, the thing is, I know what works, and I've known what works for years. The difficulty on my end of it is continuing to feed just that. It's being able to consistently produce. And it's literally two items. That's any famous artists that you know, and I'm talking, guys who've sold lots, they've sold big money, never gonna sell $1 million carvings, right? None of us ever will, probably, in our lifetime. It's not that your ideas are wrong, it's that you're talking to somebody who's been in the business for years and knows what works and what doesn't. I put the tires on the pavement and tested time and time again. I failed, I succeeded. Now, sorry, I'm not good at cameras. I fail at camera work. I'm horrible at it. So time and time again, the dog. It's been a long time since I carved a dog. But yeah, I've done, I used to do dog commissions. I used to do dog carvings, like full time. And that's where people go, oh, you should do commission stuff. And I'm like, dude, I used to do that all the time. That used to be, like, my shop, I can't even describe it to you guys. My shop would be full for months of commission carvings. Like, I'd have 20 or 30 commissions going at one time, and I could never seem to break free of it. And then in the end, oh, these stupid GoPro things, they are so difficult. I've been fiddling with this thing the past half hour now. And I just want it to sit. See, now it's in the middle of the camera view. But yeah, I used to have 20, 30 commissions going on at a time. I'd have big jobs, small jobs. You name it. And I was taking it on. I wouldn't say no to anything. And that's why now I'm at the point where I can say no to stuff, and I'm at the point where I'm looking at things in a different perspective. And I'm seeing where I... Oh, here we go. I finally got it figured out. Nope, it's right in the middle of the camera again, guys. I'm sorry. Stupid thing. But it's not throwing the focus off. I just want to have something for you guys to look at while I'm chitter-chattering here. All right, so now it's off focus. Focus. Come on, guys. Let's all try to focus now. Positivity. Get that stupid thing. And I can't, the thing is that you can't flip them. You can't get that out of, I've tried. All right. It's not off focus now. It's off focus again. And see, it's that much height difference. If I put it there and then the phone's going to drop down and then it's going to lose focus. Be very careful here. Don't want to move it. Yeah, I used to do. You can make a living doing carvings, but here's the secret. You gotta give yourself. This is my plan. Well, I don't think I'm ever gonna achieve it unless I hit the lottery and I can actually take a solid year. 6 months minimum. At the level I'm at, you've seen the shop, you've seen everything I got going on. At the point I'm at, it would take me a good 6 months to get everything together, get everything organized, get everything laid out, get all the machines fixed, get it to where I was up and running, fully running operation. Yes, I would buy if I won the lotto, I would buy a sawmill. I do sawmill services. I would get not a planer. I don't need a planer. What I need is called a router sled, which is bigger and better than a planer, and it gets them flatter than a planer and doesn't leave any tooth marks on the wood. I would build the ultimate router sled. I'd probably CNC the router sled so that I turn it on, it does its job, I walk away and go do other things while it's running. And then I come back, flip the piece, load in the G code, and turn it back on and let it go. That way I don't have to stand there and watch it. That way I don't have to stand there and operate the router. Right now, I'm running off of other money from other jobs. I'm doing a masonry job. All the money from the masonry job is paying for my machine and my rent here. That's it. I still have to go out and make a living. The masonry does not, you don't make money doing masonry because you always are spending money doing masonry. Carving, there is a point where you don't need more stuff for a while. You don't have to get, like, I got crazy with the higher end tools because they help a little bit with production. They help me go faster. They help me do faster production. Which in my case, I've only got an hour or two. Like, this is the most time. This weekend is the most time that I've had in months to be here. I took the time. I spent all weekend here. I didn't do anything else really. I didn't talk to anybody else or get into going anywhere or trying to do anything else. I said, I'm just going to hang at the shop. First time I've had a full weekend at the shop in probably 5 or 6 months. And before that, it was nasty and rainy and wet and cold. And it was just miserable being here, even with a heater on. As soon as you step outside, you didn't want to be outside. So a lot of what I'm doing is trying to get step by step. Like today, I was like, I'm tired of looking at the log pile. I need to start cutting. I just need to start getting block stuff done. I just need to get it going. But the thing, John B., the thing where I'm at with carving at this point, everything, and I don't mean varnish, I don't mean glue, I don't mean gas and oil. I still got to pay for those things. That's YouTube helps me pay for those things eventually. Basically, it's like I tell everybody. Sorry, I'm trying to see something here on my phone. But basically, it's like I tell everybody, most of my videos, I say, I'm not making big money doing YouTube. At the end of the year, when I do my books on what I made off YouTube, they bought me like 2 pairs of shoes for the entire year. That's about it. We're talking cheap shoes too. I don't spend much more than $100 on a pair of shoes. Hell, you go to Payless, you're gonna spend $50, $60 on cheap garbage shoes. You might as well spend $100, $150 on a pair of shoes. Get something decent that's not gonna fall off your feet a week later. But I don't wear fancy shoes. I buy the Keens. They're rugged, pretty rugged footwear most of the time. This pair that I just bought 2 months ago, the shred is falling off of them. The sole of the shoe rotting right off, or falling right off. There was no glue holding them together to begin with. Bad manufacturing. They're making stuff cheaper now. You pay more for less. But I guess the point, John B., that I'm trying to make is there comes a time with your carving where you don't need to spend any more on tools. You don't need to invest anymore. You've got everything you need because you've built up. It takes a while. You've built up your tool collection and your shop is up and running. If you can produce a couple carvings in that shop, then all you got to invest at that point is time. Other than your gas, oil, glue, and varnish, you really only invest in time if you're not buying wood. The trick to not buying wood, this is a tree company that owns this property. I don't own this property. The guy that owns this property owns a tree company. So he dumps all his wood here from the tree jobs. That's why I get wood that's got nails in it. I'm gonna wreck a chain. I'm in for that. The only way you make a living at carving is to have money up front so that you have the time. You got to take time off from everything else and just commit to carving. It's really hard. There's people that make a living carving. I made a living carving at one time, but I was traveling everywhere. I mean, I was going all over the state, doing contracts, doing stump jobs. It got to be too much. Even at the young age I was at, that was back when I was in my 30s. I did it for over 10 years and then I just burn out. But there's a point where eventually it will level off and you'll have a big old pile. Like here, I have too much wood. Now I'm just like, I just got to put the time in. Granted, it's long. It's a really long, mundane process because you don't get any money until you get stuff finished and out to sale. But it's like that fair that I was at that I did the lives and the videos from. Literally, I was making those bears and selling them. They were sold while I was making them. I had a list. I was 2 days behind on the list all the time. Like, people were like, could you make me this or that? I'm like, I'm still on yesterday's list, or I'm still on a list from 2 days ago, and people have already paid, or people are coming back. And if they don't come back, somebody else will buy it. And that's what happened is I brought like 25 of those little bears roughed out, or blocks to carve them out of. I cleaned out on just about everything. I think I came home with a couple of bears that had a crack in them that I never put out. I never worked on them. I put them back here in the shop. I got to finish them. And like 1 block of wood. And that was good. It was hard. I was working constantly, nonstop the whole time. But I can only do that 1 or 2 weeks out of the year anymore because I have so many other things going on. I don't have the time to sit and carve stuff. I don't have the time to sit. If I go out on the road and do that, I may only sell 1 or 2 bears. I could make 10 or 12 of them all day because people are going by here. They got other things on their mind. They're not at a fair, relaxed, seeing a gift item or whatever they want to buy. It's all by venue. If you get out to the venues, but it's hard to get to venues because that was a lot of work to get to that fair. I was truckloads. It was 2 truckloads over and then a carload over after I parked the truck there and got a ride back here to get my car full of stuff. So it's not the easy life. People are like, you have fun doing this. You love it. You enjoy it. No. I'd rather... I do it because it's something that I'm good at and I know I can sell, and it's supposed to be extra money, but I spent... sorry, my voice is going. I spent probably $1,000 that week because food is expensive when you're at a fair and there's no fridge to put stuff in. You're there. I don't have a camper. I was driving to and from home. I was bringing a cooler with food and drinks in it. I was bringing a bag of stuff, chips and stuff, and I was still going across the road every day to buy sandwiches at Arby's, whatever. I was spending $20 to $50 a day just on food. Then you had gas and oil. Then you had fuel for the car. And you're only making what you're pulling in that day. And if I could get 5 of those little bears done a day, that's what I made. And then I had to take my costs out of that. So maybe I was making 100, maybe 200 a day by the end of it. There was one day I only made like $60, cleared $60. If you're making $60, you can survive, but you're not making much. Happy Labor Day weekend. Well, I've been here working. It was okay. I only took this weekend off because I don't want to be out there in traffic running around trying to make money at the other business. It's crazy out there. I don't want to deal. I had stuff here that's been eating at me for months to get those blocks cut to start roughing out bears. Change oil, grease machines. We got machinery, we got cars. I use cars in my business to make money. I do a lot of delivery, food delivery, and make pretty good money at that. And the costs in that are low enough. They're set costs. Like, you're gonna have gas, you're gonna have brake jobs, you're gonna have oil, you're gonna have insurance, you're gonna have car repairs. You're gonna have to get a new car eventually. You're gonna have 2 cars to do it effectively, because one breaks down, you get it towed, you come back, you get the other one, you go deliver. You don't worry about it, right? In order to do that, you gotta have 2 cars. You gotta have 2 insurance policies. Both cars always gotta be full of gas and oil changes, have good brakes. One breaks down, now you got an extra cost. My answer to that is I buy used cars that I can work on, that are cheap and effective to own, and then I put money into them as I wear and tear on them and abuse them for making money. And it's no loss to me. I'm not leasing the car. I'm not trying to resell the car. I use the car until it's used up and no good anymore. And then either use it around the shop for moving tools and stuff around, or I scrap it. It's called money forward. I call it money forward because I'm putting money into that thing, but it's taking me forward. If I put $2,000 in a car, I can go, most likely I can go and make 4 or 5 grand using that car until I have a major cost. And I'm talking, I make 4 or 5 grand, take out of that 4 or 5 grand, take $1,000 for brake pads, rotors, oil changes, not even including insurance and gas. Insurance and gas is a daily. I put that in my daily cost for the car. Tires are going to cost you $800, almost $200 a piece at least, mounted and balanced and ready to go. No worries for the next year on those tires. Even with a car with bad alignment, you're still going to get a while on a new pair of tires. That wear and tear, it's easy to do the books on that. It's easy to see where I'm losing or gaining. Thank you, Leia. Yep, good chatting with you too. We need a horse and buggy. Well, food delivery on that. I need to get a bike. I need to get a fast electric bike. And I want to get one of those electric motorcycles, the dirt bikes, and I want to just stick pedals on it, so then if I get stopped, I can be like, it doesn't have to be registered. It's a bicycle. It's a hybrid. It's a whatever you call it. Uber and Lyft. Yeah, Uber and Lyft. See, I don't Uber or Lyft. I don't drive people around. I refuse to. I just do food because it's easy. You pick it up, you drop it off, and you go on to your next one. Like last night, I went out and made $150. In about 6 hours, I think I spent 30 on food and gas, and I was like, yeah, like, and I'm going back and forth between. Right now, I've been on the stone job for months, for a year. I spent $1,000 on the stone job to keep it going. Then I get a $2,000 check. I gotta live off of that check, that $2,000. I gotta live off that, pay rent, insurance on both cars, because I'm not doing the food delivery full time. I'm making $20, $30 a day here and there if I'm at that stone job all the time. I went out the other night, last night, and I didn't do anything but shop work all day. I went out for 4 or 5 hours, maybe 6 hours, made $150, spent 30 of it. all together. And I was like, hey, I miss this. I want to come back. Haven't been able to do that. When I was full time, I was making good money every week after cost. I think if you do it 7 days a week, and say you make $1,000 for 7 days a week, or all right, let's make it easy. Say you do it 7 days a week, you bring in $200 a day. There's $1,400 for the week. Then you take your gas out. Say you spent $300 on gas all week to make $1,400. You did pretty well because you still got $1,100. Now you're gonna have, you wear and tear on your cars, so then you take out another $200 for that week, put it aside for insurance and maintenance costs on the car, save up with the piggy bank, and I put it in a tax account. So if I owe taxes at the end of the year, then I have that account, and I borrow from that account all the time. So I put that money, I divvy it up. So if I'm bringing in the equivalent of $18 an hour, if I can clear $18 an hour in my pocket every day, 7 days a week, I'm not doing too bad. That covers everything. But then I take, running a business, you might think, oh, these guys are making 30 grand a month, 10 grand a month. Bro, I'm not making much more than if I had a job and I was doing stuff on the side, which if you have a job and you're doing stuff on the side, you might make 5 or 6 grand a month. You're doing really well. If you're making $1,000 a week or more, you're doing pretty good for yourself. But you don't get that. I look at my monthly totals sometimes. I might have brought in 4 grand for the entire month, or $3,500 for the entire month. That's 30 days. 3,500 divided by 30 days is, or 3 grand divided by 30 days. That's painful. But it's survivable. You're not getting anywhere. So it's a balance, because if I'm not carving, getting money out of the carving, then I'm out running deliveries, get money from the deliveries. If I'm not delivering, getting that money, then I'm carving and I'm not making money delivering. If I'm at the stone job, I'm not making any money at all, because I could bring in 5 or 6 grand and spend 4 of it just to keep on the stone job going. Stonework is very expensive. Masonry is extremely expensive. You saw I got a jumping jack compactor in there, and a concrete mixer, and a couple of wet saws sitting there in the corner. You saw there's the investment on that. I mean, there's a couple grand right there in used equipment and tools that breaks down all the time, that it just keeps going. But I do it because I love it. I do the stonework because I love doing that. It's my exercise. You get on these jobs right now. This job's beating the crap out of me because I'm at the end of it. I'm trying to get out of there. Been trying to get out of there for months, and he keeps adding more. He's paying for it, but it's never been a real high profit margin thing. I keep seeing more costs every time so because I have a $4,000 machine sitting there that I have to pay for. Luckily, the guy who owns the machine is being very generous and very graceful about it. But as a $4,000 machine that's been sitting at that guy's house for the past year, And I told him this week, I said, we got to be done with the machine. I brought it here so I could get the job done easier. And I offered up here and there, if you need stuff done, yeah, we'll do it, and I'll charge you for it. But if you had rented that machine at $300 a day, that's $300 a day, 365 days that it's been here. That's a big bill. I'm not charging that. I need something for it. Plus, I need to get paid. Well, it seems like all the money that I get from that job goes right back to the machine. You know? So I'm basically just scraping by. Just scraping by. So it's at the point where I'm thinking after this one, I might just have a big old barn sale. Clean the barn out, just do carvings and food delivery. But I don't know. It's been fun chatting with you guys. It's been like 2 hours. You guys have a good one. Thanks for being here, and take care.